Howdy, Pio. I'm playing some Genshin. Sorry I couldn't. Sorry I skipped out on the stream on Thursday. I just, I fell off my freaking scooter and then I wasn't feeling too good. I still have like I have like a bruise on my elbow. And that's not feeling good. And then I don't even know if it can be considered like a bruise or whatever it is, but it hurts like right under my right boobie, on my ribs. So yeah, there was a I was driving to work on my scooter, in the cold, and there was no salt on the in the parking lot, so I slipped on the parking lot because it was black ice, and then I fell. Thankfully, I had that giant helmet that I wear, because I wear a I like to wear I wear oh, I don't like it. I wear the I wear a motorcycle helmet that has like a face shield and stuff, and I kind of landed on my face a little bit, but what ended up just happening is my lips just kind of smacked into the plastic bits. I I want to do the reason why I play Genshin is I want to do the new Archon quest. Uh, as like I've been avoiding spoilers on uh on like the Genshin subreddits and stuff. And it's getting annoying, like I have to make sure that every single time I that I don't click on anything that's spoilery. I accidentally clicked on one thing that was spoilery, but it wasn't that spoilery. It was just like, yeah, Paimon is Paimon and is annoying or something like that. But that's just Paimon.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project.
That's a huge project.
So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project.
Her boobies are kind of like bouncing up and down a little bit. Is it? It looks like she has like gold leaf on her. I don't think gold is supposed to wobble like that.
Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding.
Fetch quest, fetch quest!
They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
I need to turn out the volume a little bit.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang. I'm familiar enough with Plostrite, but I've never even heard of those other two.
Only sufficiently large pieces of Plostrite, or specifically Vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder Cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti Sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself.
So they're like the thing that did during the Cooking Mama thing. That's what caused the Cooking Mama minigame.
Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them will not be a question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question.
What color are your panties?
You may ask
Do you
me
think she'll answer that
anything,
question?
and I will give you an honest answer. I trust that this means of compensation will be to everyone's satisfaction.
Yeah, wiping out on bikes and stuff is not fun. Especially because it's like this could have been prevented if they just put salt on the road. Because then it wouldn't refreeze.
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyuet Harbor's development plan for next year,
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
She said that you could ask a question. She never said that she would answer the question.
Haha, what a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I heard some murmurings about some Plostrite just the other day. So excuse me all, but, I have some business to do.
Murmur is a weird word. It's like murmur, 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 murmur. That is all.
oh no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Paimon, we have like 10 million Mora. I don't think I need more Mora.
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance.
I think she'll be like, the best way to make money is to already have money and then invest it, and then you'll have lots of money.
The construction of the Jade Chamber requires a great deal of space. The abandoned mine outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary. Remember,
Ganyu? Is Ganyu your
this
secretary?
is a race against the clock. A rare opportunity presents itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Her boobies are at the very center of the screen.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
It's Shenhe.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and
Oh,
distinguished
no, go
young lady
away.
to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang
Stop
has
hitting
set
on
up.
her.
As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Ah, don't be like that. Hey, come on, don't go!
I like how she uses her vision to hold on a string to hold her braid.
Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
She has white hair. That means that she's like a main character. You're not supposed to go after main characters. Of course, the white. Yeah, I guess like some of the old people have white hair, but like she has like a bluish white hair.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful
Okay.
information.
Well, again, uses the white. Shut. Where are we going? To follow Shenhe? Actually, I'm not wishing for her though, because I want to get it. I want to get Ganyu's bow. I have a lot of the numbers cut off. I have 43,349 primo gems right now. That's not enough to guarantee myself a constellation for Ganyu and her bow. It's like it gives me a high chance, but not a guarantee. So I'm not spending it anywhere else right now. Because our constellation one's like really good because it just increases her attack by like 15% all the time, and then obviously her best in class bow is just good because it's good.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run.
Daddy, this guy is so creepy. Stop.
Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
You try to shake her down? She's gonna beat you
Boss,
up.
I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives
I told
off.
her that the white
I'm telling
hair.
you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
Don't gamble. That's bad.
I've already told you. I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
I lost a few $100 to gambling, actually. But it wasn't like at a casino or something. It was like stocks and stuff. So, I don't like gambling.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't.
No more excuses! Okay, I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then Shinhe Kiosk, then Wanmin Restaurant. Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again.
You know, she could be a food critic. You don't know anything. Just because I'm playing a gacha game in the video, I'm not gambling. See, I don't gamble. I get enough prima gems to make sure I can guarantee myself the characters that I want. And then that's all I expect. And then I never spend any more money if I don't get it.
How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
The money?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor.
You know, don't lay a hand on him. Just kick him.
But here we are.
Kick him in the nuts.
Perhaps. Yes. Let's call it fate.
I don't know, when they're chasing her, they should be able to see her vision on her hair. So, like...
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
The Millilith. What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir. Please, let me explain.
Hooligans. I associate the word hooligans with Mr. Mosby from Sweet Life of Zan Cody. Didn't he call them hooligans? And I mean, they it's not like a universal thing. They have a the Liyue is the land of contracts. They have a lot of laws.
Shenhe,
Shenhe?
my name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is, well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation.
She has thigh windows.
I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
But I won't wish for her. She has thigh windows. But that was
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue Harbor. There are laws against that kind of stuff, you know.
Laws? No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
That would be my stomach growling. I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right! They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish.
Maybe she's actually vegan, and she was like, I want to order this, and then she would take a couple bites, and they're like here's your thing with remember with the egg sauce, and then she's like, I didn't order the egg sauce.
Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals. Medicinal herbs?
You're like Ganyu. You're like a goat.
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal.
I like how it's called Boo Boo Pharmacy.
After all, you can't work on an empty stomach.
I mean, you can. I have. Wait, sometimes. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn out the volume one notch. Audio up.
Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus?
I don't know. It's not like I've seen the marketing
Seems
material
like
for
it's
her or
her
anything.
first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work here. If she is an adeptus, that would explain everything.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order. Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
That does not look like a half a pound. Do you know how much half a pound is? That's a lot. That's a lot of flowers. Flowers don't weigh that much.
She's really eating them.
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
I bet that gives you a tummy ache if you were not an adeptus.
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them, bitterness is all that remains.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food and eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, yearning for the food here shall only pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development.
And just use the adeptus cooking mama thing, and then you can make as much food as you want.
Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
So it's
I
been
see.
like 15 minutes. It's not
I
that big of a
heard
deal.
something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest.
Yes, her name is pronounced Shen. I keep calling her Shenhe. But I guess her name is pronounced Shenhe. Kind of like Kuching. I kept calling her Kaching because it's like Kaching, but it's Kaching.
However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you my assistance. Oh, don't worry. I ask for nothing in return.
Wow! You really don't have to, but having an adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether, or to what extent, this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us. Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Yeah, winning by default by murdering everyone else.
No! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Really? But I hear that competition is in essence about conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down. So, for Plostrite...
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
It's Baiju, the guy with the unobtainium vision. Why did they gotta release grass visions? They gotta do it before. You know, what if they just never release it? Like, and then you go to Sumeru, which is the area of grass, and they're just like, yeah, they exist, but you're not gonna be able to play them.
Baiju, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs.
Does that mean that she's actually a slave driver, and then she's like, yeah, you're all gonna get injured, but I'm just gonna throw some cocaine on. You could just give you some cocaine and some morphine, and you'll be fine.
Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
I want Chi-Chi. You know, everyone complains like, oh, I got Chi-Chi 12 times. Well, guess what? I got literally all the normal 5 stars, like the default 5 stars, except Chi-Chi. So even though I want her, I don't have her.
No, we've got other stuff to do. While you're here though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the 7 Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed.
It's just helium. It's like, yeah.
As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
So just steal it.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
I wonder if they have like the same
You're
problem
quite
that
welcome. Good luck to you all.
that we
And
have,
if
where
there's
it's like
anything further you need from me,
you're
just
still
come
talking.
to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Talking real slow. I wonder if they have like the same problem that we have in like where helium. Or it's like plenty of people have a lot of helium, but like it's so finite that like it's something like helium is like a finite resource, and when you mine it, and then like when it's used, it just disappears. It goes up into the atmosphere, and you can never get it again. So like, it's actually like really valuable. I don't know.
Why does Lady Ningguang need so much wound dressing?
Maybe she's just addicted to opioids.
Is it really such risky business rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is all most peculiar.
I was prescribed opioids at one point after I had surgery, but I took it once and I had a panic attack and I felt like I couldn't breathe, so I disposed of it. I brought it to like a pharmacy where they have like those drug disposal areas. I thought for a second I was like, what if I sold it? I'm like, oh, that's highly illegal and I don't need the money. So I only thought about it for like half a second.
Thank goodness you're finally back.
Oh, Xingqiu, the character that's probably gonna get another outfit because he's too feminine. You guys hear about that? A bunch of the characters in this wave, there's like all of the female characters are getting more modest clothing because the CCP said that they don't like sexy outfits in video games, and also people were pointing out like Xingqiu and Venti because there was a leaked document where they were like, yep, Venti is actually not good because he's a feminine man, and we don't want that in our video games. And so, I want my femboys.
Oh? Why do I detect an urgency in your voice?
The guild has had a whole string of strange orders in recently. Everyone's been completely caught off guard. Your father gave me specific instructions to ask you to stay and help out if I happen to see you.
I don't really care about Shinji that much because he's like I think he's like a 14-year-old, so I don't care. But Venti, I like Venti.
I see. Have someone sort the orders by type for now. I'll deal with them myself shortly.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Master. With you on the job, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some information.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait. Shu, I need to entertain some guests. Please continue with your work for the time being, and we'll discuss the matter of the guild's orders in more detail later.
Understood, Master Xingqiu. Then I will leave you in peace.
I wasn't counting on finding you here today. What's going on? And how, pray tell, may I be of service?
Xingqiu, have you ever heard of Sunset Vermilionite?
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well? Do you mean...
The truth is, the Feiyun Commerce Guild is in possession of some Sunset Vermilionite, but only one piece.
I'll do you for it!
We are holding it on behalf of someone who has asked us to put it up for auction, and a lot of interested parties have already come to us inquiring about the price. At the end of the day, it all comes down to supply and demand. In this case, I'm guessing the final transaction price may be in excess of 500 million mora.
So there's a shortage, just like there's a shortage of video cards and people are scalping it, you scalper.
500 million?!
Honestly, I would recommend that you don't bother bidding on this one. The price is greatly inflated, and it's just not worth it.
Just like that RTX 3090 Ti that they're gonna sell. NVIDIA announced, they're like, yep, it's $1,700. And you get a little bit of extra performance, but you need to run it at 450 watts, which is ridiculous.
But without any Sunset Vermilionite...
I remember back a few years ago when people were like, yeah, 450 watt power supplies are fine for budget builds. And now a 450 watt power supply can't even supply enough power for a single video card. Ugh.
Don't panic. I don't suppose you ever heard of Sea Gazer?
Oh, sorry, it's the 3090 Ti. It's not Ti. It's Ti. I was watching. Oh yeah, the new one that they announced. Cause I have one that's already can go up to like 350 watts, but I limit it so it's closer to like 300 plus or minus 20 watts depending on what it's doing. Even that's like really high. I'm thinking of being more aggressive on my undervolting. Yeah, I think it's because like it's like kind of a symptom of competition. It's like consumers don't really care that much about how much like the high end, like how much power their video card's gonna consume. So they're just like, so if they're like, yeah, sure, we'll only get like 5% extra performance for 100 extra watts or so, but that'll make it better than the competition. Cause like previously when video cards were actually pretty efficient, like with the Pascal series, when that came out in like 2016, they were like efficient because AMD didn't really have anything to compete, so they didn't have to like squeeze every last bit of performance out of it.
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once very close to Mountain Shaper, but if I am not mistaken, he has already passed away. Yes, precisely. I didn't know anyone else knew about him. According to records of drifting clouds, Sea Gazer once built an abode to store his rarest and most exquisite treasures, among which was some Sunset Vermilionite. After Sea Gazer passed, the abode was abandoned, and its location was lost to time. Luckily, I came into possession of a stack of folk history books just recently. They make some oblique references to this lost abode, and after cross-referencing them against each other, I'm now fairly certain that it is situated in the Lisha area.
That's great! But is it really okay for us to just go and take his treasure, wouldn't it be a little, disrespectful with him being an Adeptus?
You needn't worry. As far as I understand, Seagazer was very open-minded. Even while he was alive, he wouldn't have let something like this bother him.
Open-minded? I have not heard of Seagazer being described in this way before. May I ask where you read that?
Just a rumor I heard out in the mountains. All right then, let's go.
There's something about this young lady that reminds me of a good friend of mine.
You mean Zhongyun? Because
Oh,
she is
I almost
his
forgot.
aunt.
Adepti abodes tend to have very ingenious designs, especially when it comes to their defense mechanisms. Plus, it's likely to be crawling with monsters after being abandoned for so long. So please, be very careful.
Okay, we will be. Thanks, Xingqiu.
I need a pee. Real quick. I'll be right back. I had ramen for lunch, and I drank the soup, and now I have to pee. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I accidentally unplugged my headphones. I got caught in my when I grabbed my headphones, I got caught in my chair. And I hate it when that happens because it's like I use the Sony headphone, like the wireless headphones, but I use them wired. So, but then I turn it on ambient sound so I can hear my own voice better and like get to control my own voice better. But then when it gets unplugged, it turns off instead of just like waiting. It's so annoying. And I have to turn it back on and then turn it back on to ambient sound because it takes too long for it to turn on and it should change the settings.
Let's see. Xingqiu said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
You removed it and made it rain. Does that mean that the Adeptus really likes it when you're wet?
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
Adventure game puzzle type. Why do I just follow it? It goes up here. Sorry.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared. Should we go over and take a look?
At first I was like, yeah, inside the waterfall, but I guess not. It's telling me I gotta go higher. Ugh. Let me just teleport up. Am I supposed to just like... Am I supposed to like scooch myself inside the... Oh, it's right here. Hold on, doesn't say I need geo... So rock, ice, and fire. What is this doing?
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Oh, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning.
They're called fog machines.
If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the
Fog
presence of
machines are
monsters
expensive,
in this
though,
place.
I think.
I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
I was scared for a second. I thought I was gonna fall.
Stabilize.
I'll protect us. No touching.
Okay. There's a thing I have to deposit in there, I think. Do I need to... Maybe I need to take it from here. No? I just need to activate it? Oh, I just need to destroy it? Is this not working? Alright, well, let's just try to go to the next area and see what happens. Green floor. Oh, here's the thing. Put that one in there. Yep. How do I get up there? Oh, there's a rock right here. I can take that rock. That's it. Get over the mushrooms.
Stabilize.
Okay, place that one there, and then I can fly.
Solidify.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Okay.
My will embodied! Obey!
I don't know, you're kind of a support character, so I'm gonna go back to... I'll use Hu Tao. Goes right when I swap to Hu Tao, some fire guys show up.
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Whoa! We're gonna fall! Is everyone okay? Look! The Celia's disappeared beneath the clouds again!
I thought it was gonna...
It looks like we need to go
Because she was
further
screaming
down.
we're gonna fall. I thought I was
But
gonna like do
before
something
that, let's
automatically.
destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Born of ice and frost. We're way behind.
Fine.
For Rex Lapis.
Is it exposed again? Oh, it turned on. What a surprise.
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall. Ah! So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise,
Okay, the
that could have ended very differently.
The time it let me, I actually used the,
That Sealy's on the move again. Let's
I
catch up
actually
with
caught
it.
myself with my wings. There was water anyway.
Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look. Healthy bot, we're way behind schedule.
There's something in these bushes. No. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just moving these cubes. Keep going. Okay, that one again. Go that way. Let's see if there's anything special inside. Okay, there's a wall right there. Go. Okay, small treasure chest. I think that's it.
Stabilize. I will have order. Solidify.
No touching.
Oh, I hate these guys. At least in the spiral abyss, they were really annoying.
It's over.
Solidify.
Like, I think it's because in the spiral abyss there were two of them. And so like while one of them was like doing a thing that was attacking me that I had to dodge, the other one was like vulnerable, and then when that one was vulnerable, the other one would start attacking like crazy. It was really annoying. I had to dodge all the time.
Solidify.
No touching.
And they were strong enough to like brute force through Zhongli's shield a bit. So like just having a shield up, even Zhongli's shield wasn't enough. Ugh. Are you gonna move? Okay.
Look, over there! Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
Come on, Sealy, you're so slow. Why can't you be like the Electro Sealies? They're really fast. Okay, sit down for tea.
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge! That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
As it's attached to a tree.
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Prostrate reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
It's Cloud Retainer that likes to talk about how it began you when she was young and fat.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
That's kind of an underestimate. It's like the size of a building. I think a building can get a lot
Don't
more
worry.
than 1,000 pounds.
I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure? Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Prostrate sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting heavy objects. It's just common sense.
Yeah, make sure that you lift with your back and spine.
Is it now? I'll go on ahead with the Prostrate. Let's meet at the building site later.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet. Let's go meet her at the...
I almost quit the domain without actually leaving properly. Guess what I need to do again? I need to go pee again. Pee. Be right back. Let me. Where'd my mouse cursor go? Yeah. Okay, I'm back. That's what you say. Hi, back. I'm dead. Just like Sam does it every time. I started just to ignore him a lot of the time when he says it. Don't acknowledge it.
Can't touch me.
What was I doing? Oh, talking to Shenhe. Or Shenhe.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
No, she's a human that just eats a lot of herbs. She eats spinach. Just like Papa. That's why she's so
Oh,
strong.
mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations, this item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest Plostrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
In truth, it is the finest piece of Plostrite we have received so far.
How can you tell? Did you like lick it? And then you can tell from licking it?
If everything goes according to plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next stage of construction. As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. If you need a place to rest, you are welcome to stay there. Now, please excuse me. As you can see, there is still a lot of work to do on the building site.
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an Adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how Adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive, too. Way different than normal people.
Yeah, like Zhao. Zhao is an edgelord.
But I am not...
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well, Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go check in and take a rest.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
Like an elf? You go into a trance instead of sleeping?
It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
Okay. So is it a makeshift hotel or an actual hotel? 'Cause this is really small. That's not a hotel room. That's a shack. It's smaller than my one-bedroom condo. Which I guess hotel rooms are just one room, so I guess it's fine.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts. So business is booming for me today. Very few vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
He sounds drunk. He sounds like he's slurring his speech.
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just at the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon couldn't help but notice one of the guests walk in with a huge grilled chicken drumstick before.
Probably a turkey
For
drumstick.
Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack, or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
When I went to Disney World a couple years ago, I had one of those giant turkey legs. It was so good.
All right. I will head to my room for now.
I looked it up though. It's like 1,200 calories or something, or like 1,000 calories for one thing. But that's all I ate for lunch. And I walked 10 miles that day, so it's
If
fine.
you need anything, don't hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here?
Check it up on her, baby.
Let's go and say hi.
Next on the agenda. Huh?
One trusts you have met Shenhe. So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful. So Paimon's thinking maybe it'd be better if we called her by her Adeptus name instead.
Her Adeptus name? Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
I'd be surprised if they didn't spoil that in the marketing material.
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Like beating people to a pulp?
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed. One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene. Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
That sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days. Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally, and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her.
Yeah, the bird's talking. They didn't animate her mouth, so she just like she like telepathically talks like we do, like like characters in JoJo that talk through their talk through their stands to each other. You know, an ability that they always have and always use.
That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding. Even had the stalemate continued, one suspects that Shenhe may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
Yeah, Cloud Rotator talks like a weirdo. It's like, oh, one is like this and one is like that. It's like the opposite of like that meme where they're like I, you, and we is like the, and then they say we, and then the USSR music plays, but she just uses one all the time, and one is the opposite we because it's singular.
It's still so dangerous, though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind, and she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shenhe has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day.
That's kind of like just a drop right there. It's be like, oh yeah, she's kind of like really murdery, and as she got older, she got more murdery. By the way, I raised her.
Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay. The red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her somewhat inexpressive. Perhaps the red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Do you like give her a lobotomy? It's like what the people would do in like the like 100 years ago, like I mean, 100 years ago, like in the 50s, where they would take violent criminals and give them lobotomies. And then they wouldn't be violent, but they would also just like have no emotions.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shenhe's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
I mean, she doesn't need an actual lobotomy. She just has the red ropes that give her the symptoms of a lobotomy.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows. Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
But like, she's like, if Ningguang sucks as a ruler, then we're gonna take over. But like, I don't think Ningguang got elected or anything. She's just like rich and takes control because she's rich.
There seem to have been a growing number of tales told regarding.
You talk too slowly. Stop. Blah blah blah.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti.
Wait, what did I feel like Cloud said something important, but I skipped it.
Wonder
there
she
seem
like
to have been a growing number of tales told. One has heard that a playwright, the play portrays her as.
Kind of hard to deal with.
Sorry, there's two people talking at once. I was reading the stuff about Shenhe. They're like, Cloud Retainer was like, oh yeah, they made a play about her, and she's a hero or something. Oh, we're waiting. I gotta be a creep and wait right outside your door. Like a little kid, just right there. Wait till 8 o'clock. I wanted to wait right outside it. It'd be funny if they added like Easter eggs and stuff. If you like did stupid stuff like that, to like stand right outside at the door and just be like, "Hi, how are you? Okay, hi."
Master has relayed my situation to you. I take it.
Oh, how did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shenhe. Paimon had you down as an Adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine
you
for
don't
not
mind. You have a
explaining everything to you
lobotomy.
sooner. Because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an Adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real Adepti, too.
You know, I just thought it was like they're like, oh yeah, the red ropes are chaining her down, her emotions and stuff.
Anyway, now it's settled.
Look,
From now on,
can
you're
you
our
see it?
friend. Whether you're an Adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
You look at the red ropes, just not just in her hair, but like on her back and stuff. So like, is that like a bondage thing? Just like the ropes
Got
on
it.
her. I don't know. Don't think
Although
about
I
that.
don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do. I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Although the ropes aren't like, it doesn't look like, they're kind of just tied on her randomly. And just like laying on top of her. They're not like restricting her in any way, so I guess it's not bondage.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly. Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shenhe. Try it! They're so good.
Magic bondage? That
I
sounds
concur.
like...
It has a rich
That
flavor.
sounds like a... That
far
totally
more
sounds like
agreeable
a...
than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness
Stop
in the
talking.
past.
I'm trying to say things. It totally sounds like something that would be in a hentai. This is like, yep, when you're violent, then the magical bondage will bondage you. But then like something it happens when I don't know, it malfunctions, and then magical bondage.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky! But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks. The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment. I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
You sound like you're being forced to say all these things. Probably because your voice acting needs some work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto? You're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Yeah, she's in love with Ningguang, so I'm just gonna ask her the question of, can you marry me?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of Sunset Vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These 2 are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is... sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew.
But
Miss
that's
Yun is also
confusing
here for the
words.
contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
A friend, and the friends is all friendly.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed.
I mean, both of you are on the same banner, so you kind of have to.
To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plastrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow. So it looks like the three of us are competitors now.
Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help her win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us.
Well, what happens if only 2 people win, huh?
Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think?
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them.
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers. Thoughts?
Sounds like just John. Like, not Zhang, but like John Smith.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever
John
makes progress
Nico
first brings all
Schmitz.
of us a step
That's
closer to
my name
victory.
too.
I'm gonna take off. See you later.
How's it pronounced? John? Smith.
Okay, let's go. By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin?
I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion.
What if she has no idea how opera is?
Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it.
The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
I thought I was gonna do like one of those animated stories, like 2D animated stories, like I did with like on the BP, this thing. Every time there's a new one. Hold on a second. I'm gonna capture this dog. Can you capture dogs? Or is it only like the wild animals that you can attack normally? Where's my this thing? I guess you can't capture dogs. Oh, this target can't be captured. Okay. It's someone else's dog. You can't take it. It's like when you go play Pokemon and then you try to steal a trainer's Pokemon and they're like, no, what are you doing? Stop it. Unless you're Team Rocket, then you can just steal all the Pokemon you want. Hey, you know what? Hey, John.
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
It's like Wonder Bread, like the cheap bread. Where's the card?
Of course I have.
Like an apple
Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past for stage use.
Did you actually use real weapons? That's kind of dangerous.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon, even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. like myself. So, you're here to ask about wonder cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make wonder cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, we were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium.
What's Subrosium? Subrose.
If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions.
Is this gonna be like... Yeah, this is a fetch quest. Oh, Chi-Chi's over there, he's here.
It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. As for the Subrosium, though, that's trickier. It's all but unheard of on the market. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff.
Are they gonna do a thing with like the visions where the fake visions like Venti and Zhongli don't react? Because they did that in the... whatever that event was with Fischl and Mona.
Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel of devastation also takes place on that mountain. I hear the view there is quite spectacular. A favorite destination of the Adepti, in fact. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration. Let's not delay. We should head straight there.
I wonder what she's doing. Hi, Chi. Can you come home? I keep wishing. But I get like Diluc and stuff. I don't need Diluc. I need you.
Oh, it's you.
She's so cute. I'm gonna zoom in on her. Zoom in. No, don't zoom in on her butt. Zoom in into her face. Paimon, you're the way.
Seaside. Dangerous. Chi-Chi is helping with the evacuation. Yes, Ningguang said there's something bad in the sea.
Yeah, it's plastic. There's a lot of plastic pollution.
So, she sent Chi-Chi to evacuate everyone. But no one will listen to Chi-Chi. So instead, Chi-Chi is guarding this place. If danger comes, Chi-Chi will protect everyone. Don't go near the sea. It's too dangerous.
I'm assuming it's like the sea monster is gonna go again. And that's what she's doing. Okay. Fetch quest time. Sorry, I like choked on myself.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride.
Divine Damsel of Devastation sounds like a really hard thing to say.
This looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
Divine Damsel of Divine Damsel of Devastation, Divine Damsel of Devastation, Divine Damsel of Devastation.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Oh, I wonder if it's actually about Shenhe.
Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
You must like the Marvel movies.
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
Yeah, this is just Shenhe. I guess they sacrificed Shenhe, and the Shenhe was like, yeah, but I'm a murderer. I'm gonna murder this monster.
What a nasty piece of work! Ugh. Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
Louise's face just like, this is just a story, right?
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor.
Yun Jin also has some red rope.
Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took
I
her
guess
as
all these
one
new
of their
characters
own.
are really into bondage.
Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Just like, I'm right here,
And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air.
Okay, Shenhe.
I really like this story, but I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I wonder why you say that.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Guess what I gotta do again? I gotta pee. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. Again. Okay, I'm done peeing again. And it won't be the last time I pee.
Make my escape.
Oh yeah, I need to use the vision. Does it? No, it looks like his fake vision is Is it? That one's shining. Is it shining? No? I don't think so. Yeah, it's just like that event like a year and a half ago. Salion was up here.
This should be enough Star Splinter iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help.
There's
Why
a
don't
lot
we
of
try
broken
there?
buildings here.
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Oh,
Huh.
you're a ghost.
He
Well,
didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Subrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here.
I bet he's.
Yunjin.
I bet he's
let's have a
actually a
look around.
ghost. This is a ghost
Sorry,
town.
you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village.
Is its village like Shenhe's village and they got destroyed by the monster anyway? Like before they I don't know.
This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
They just left.
You know this guy, Shenhe?
Your characters. Wait, it's explaining to him. Wait, you're explaining to him that. But I'm watching. Are you saying that like because it's a fetch quest is a chore? I don't understand what your comment is
Thank
supposed
you,
to say.
kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
Okay, let's just take that.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village.
You're saying
Mount
you're just
Tianhe.
like, you see, it's anime, and it's an anime game, and they do a thing, and then they do this, and it's just like, what is anime? The Bash family of exorcists used to live in the east of this village, but around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease, and the young daughter went missing. Shortly after, the father hanged himself in a tree in the yard of his own house. That's not fun. As confirmed that the traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village, the villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are found for good. Be careful when you're in this area.
Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village?
Just tell them that tell him that this game has a lot of cute girls that are magical and powerful, and they have their thighs or their boobies out. Boobies. That's what you need to tell them.
The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
I'm just imagining like you at work, and that like actually you're using your speakers out loud, and you're just like all your coworkers just hearing this weird stream. We talking about the characters, the girls.
What's this?
Okay, good. everyone at working at the raspberry pis and whatever. The doctor said you're gravely ill. Don't worry, I'll give everything I have to save you. But my heart bleeds when I see you get your business. You're not business. Your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. Suffer is it? That doesn't sound like a grammatically correct. I wish I could suffer the pain for you. Like, I guess that makes sense. Instead of saying that they could take some of the pain away. You said you had no regrets in this life and you only wanted me to take care of just Shenhe, but you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. I thought I could still breathe. I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I can get my hands on looking for ways to save you, but it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Ming Jun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed the instructions, summoned a god and offered a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. There's that anime, Jahi will not lose or what it's called, where one of the magical girl has like really bad luck, and that's just like her thing. But she's like, yeah, I have bad luck, and I'll take all the bad luck for everyone else, and no one else will suffer. Okay, anyway, where was I? I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days had passed and still no news. I grow restless and waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind. Let me apologize to both of you in person.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
I would never have guessed.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus. And she is about the right age, so that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple, and she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it.
She's not an adeptus. They're explaining that she's actually a human that was sacrificed, but then she fought the monster, and then Cloud Retainer, which is an adeptus, adopted her. So she's a human adopted by adeptus.
Oh. It looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Subrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Hi, Shenhe. We know all your secrets.
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too, except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. They praised me, telling me I gave off the aura of an adeptus. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an adeptus, just an ordinary person who came from this village. But no one believed me.
I wonder if she could, like, ascend to adeptus, because, like, I don't know if adeptus is something that you're born in, because I know a lot of them are, like, born adeptus. But others, like, Ganya's half an adeptus, so I guess it's just something you're born into. Also, important, her thigh windows. I was thinking, you could see her vagina bones as that one meme is. Just her hips.
When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface, it looked like a vast realm with so many places I could go. Then I looked a little closer, and there was nowhere for me to go at all.
Bones!
Suddenly, so much time has gone by. Everything has changed.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today, I don't know why, but
It is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time, you are with your friends, aren't you?
Yes, my friends.
All the storylines are really complicated. They need to make like a show. Maybe they will, like probably they'll probably wait till like after the like a lot more of the areas come out. So they can add like foreshadowing and stuff.
This is it!
I mean, I guess like a Ruby. But I'd assume that if they were to actually make a show, they would make it entirely like the cutscenes are. Cutscenes are really nice. They're also like Ruby. I like Ruby. But it's been delayed and I'm waiting for Volume 9. Magic engraved on Subrosium does not wear off easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Subrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you find Subrosium by standing in the middle of the lake south of Mount Shenhe at dusk and look at the direction of the setting sun. So go south of the mountain, south of Shenhe, and look at the sunset.
So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Subrosium. Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news.
What if Subrosium is actually a person and they like to hang out at the lake? You gotta murder them.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptess from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. And, well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Is his true love murdering children?
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
Maybe that's the best. If you have like a really bad parents, if you're just like, yeah, I don't feel anything because I don't think about it.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Maybe it's best not to think about it.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Subrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Wasn't Yunjin the one that was like, yeah, it's not gonna be 100% correct, so that's just kind of how it be?
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
Why not? If someone was like, I want to make a play about you, and I'll be like, okay. But they're like, but I'm gonna give you Spider-Man powers or something. I'd be like, yeah, cool, that sounds great.
It's okay. I like your version. My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
It keeps raining in the middle of cutscenes. I wonder if it's like trying to foreshadow something, or I'm just getting lucky with the rain.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
Do I have to like go like in the lake, or just like next to the lake? Look, ducks! I bet they're really tasty. I can't attack them in the water. I like that one quest where you have to feed the ducks, but instead I just murder the ducks. It's Yao Yao. Hey, Edgelord, come here.
It is something of a luxury.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own.
Wait. For some reason I thought Zhao was completely shirtless all the time. But I guess he's got a tank top. Also, apparently Zhao is there's rumors that Zhao might get censored too, to remove his tattoos because the CCP doesn't like tattoos.
Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Oh, foreshadowing. You're not allowed to have fun in your video games. It's like how they banned video games for a while.
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in!
Or like video game consoles, and that's why Nintendo ported some of their.
I'm curious if Beto's made any progress.
They ported some of their Wii games to the Nvidia Shield, which is like an Android TV thing. I think it was Mario Galaxy that they ported over.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing?
Oh really? But wouldn't that be a game console? Or maybe they had like specific definitions for game consoles that wouldn't include plug and plays?
I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
What are you educating them on in Animal Crossing? Just like how to read? How to dig holes?
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business.
How to get into large amounts of debt over your properties? To a raccoon?
Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
You know, Tom Nook is a tanuki, right? And apparently tanukis have giant balls, and that's what they use to fly. They like flap their balls, and that's why Tom Nook has an apron covering his crotch.
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack.
Like the fact that it's not normal to walk around with your thighs exposed, with thigh windows like that, and not to beat people up.
Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Is that it, or do we need anything else? That was 3 things, right? The big chunk of something, and then those 2 things.
The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
We're waiting.
Teleport. I don't think it's worth teleporting. I could teleport to the Golden House where Tartaglia is. Or I give him a weekly dick flattening. Because he's like, this opportunity is quite hard to come by. Surrender is a valid option. And by the time he's done saying that, he's already dead. Let's just use Hu Tao, who just like does a quadrillion damage.
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Hi, man, you're being kind of like rude. It's like, oh yeah, you're the Ningguang's little secretary. They're just saying that secretary. I don't know. It sounds kind of condensating. What's the word? It's not condensating. It's condescending. There we go. Condensing.
Oh, already? All 3 of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners. I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
Yeah, because they have main character outfits.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the prostrate yet!
I can't believe it.
So close, but so far.
You can still make a lot of money though by selling it.
I'd like to invite our 3 winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you.
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here!
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Alright then, guess we'll head on up to the Jade Chamber first. This has been a long time coming. The last time we went up to the Jade Chamber was ages ago.
Yeah, and then it got meteorited into the monster.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
Look at Ningguang's fingers. She's got the lesbian manicure where it's like your pinky and your ring finger have long nails and your other ones don't.
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
No, to be fair, it doesn't look like those are actually her nails. Those kind of look like gloves with claws on them.
The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Yes, Beidou and Ningguang are totally a thing. You can tell that when you see them together, you can see that you could like smell the sexual tension.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
So that means I have a free question to ask her what her color her panties are?
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
I want to ask what color her panties.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial.
And nepotism.
If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Paimon, you're so stupid. Stop asking weird questions.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
That wasn't a question, but okay.
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Really tooting your own horn, huh? Be like, yeah, I'm the smartest person ever. You can ask me a question.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away.
I don't know, man. Liyue Harbor is supposed to be based on, like, I guess it's ancient China, not current China, and the CCP. I just think that's kind of ironic, because, like, yeah, the place that's based on China is very inclusive, whereas they're being censored right now. Like, this game is being censored by the CCP. Well, I guess it's historical versus current is different.
So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging?
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it.
I just realized that tassel in front of the red part in front of her face it's like a tassel, not her hair. That looks like it would tickle a lot.
In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about.
Oh,
it's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millelith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the
Speed
Jade
Master.
Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world.
Man, I really like Liyue Harbor. It's really pretty. Like, look at all those colors.
And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Oh. Cutscene. Where are they going? Oh, it's a sea monster. Are they gonna drop it on it again?
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
I didn't know Osila had a wife.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepti.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone.
Whoa, that's a lot of. Why can't I do stuff like that on with my characters? I mean, Ganya's there, but she's an Adeptus. I guess she's an employee though, so it's fine. This is so cool. I wish I could take part though, instead of just watching them get it.
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
Oh, she has her Amos Pro. That's what I want to get for her. Oh yeah, stab with your dull blade. Oh, anime. She got smashed into the brick wall like Kakyoin.
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Oh, do we get to fight it now? Can she jump down?
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
Got like 1 health, come on. Where did she go? Oh, there's more. I can't see, stop.
No touching!
Solidify!
Okay, you're over here. If I throw my ult down, will it actually... Can I hit you? No, I can't. Also, are we just in a big bubble? Is that the sky? I don't think that's the sky. I think it's just a bubble. Ow.
Stabilize!
Let's dance! Huh.
Ugh. Oh, I see. Like the ones that are desaturated, I wouldn't know. Now it's desaturated. Where's the colorful one? There it is.
Solidify!
Next on the all hail!
She looks like she's dying.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue. I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyun Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
I was worried they're gonna have to sacrifice the Jade Chamber again and be like, yeah, we spent $1 billion and then have to use as a meteorite again.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
I'm sure Ganyu could have done something, but maybe Ganyu had to, like, hold back because she's an Adeptus and she's like, or half Adeptus, she's like, I don't know if I'm supposed to help that much.
That I
Half
do
help.
not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
Yeah, but you just only have so many of those floaty
One
stones.
has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child.
I'm not taking care of her. She
In
can
fact,
go on her own.
One has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Oh, was she fat and rolled down a hill like Ganyu?
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
It's like, I can't embarrass my children, then I'm just gonna leave. Mom out.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Okay, before we go to the banquet, I'm gonna go pee again. Pee pee pee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm probably gonna end the stream right after we finish. You know, I like to keep my stream around 2 hours, so I'm not wasting. Well, not wasting. It's not waste if you enjoy it, but I got stuff to do today. But as soon as we finish up, I finish up this mission, which is gonna be probably just after the banquet. Okay. Teleport to the Jade Chamber.
Wow! Everyone's already seated!
Oh darn! There was a bunch of other characters at the beach. I probably should have talked to.
It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
Wait, what if I quit and then come back so I could talk to Kuching and stuff? I'm gonna do that. Hold on a second. Sorry, we're back. Sorry, I was muted. I don't remember where they landed, so somewhere around here, right? In Gillian Stone Forest.
Let's dance.
I don't see him. But or was it over here? I know there was a lot of like minerals around. I can look at the VOD, but I don't think I can actually do that. Because, not without ending the stream, and I don't want to do that. Where is it? It's over here? I just remember I was on a... There was sand. That's what I was thinking, or maybe over on this little peninsula. Anyway, I went to the I went to the bathroom thinking, oh yeah, when I get back I'll talk to Kuching and Daniel, whoever's there. Then I came back and I didn't do that. What? I fell. I don't know. Maybe I should look it up. I mean, like no one's gonna be like, this is where they are, because you just spawn there. So if maybe if I look up like a Genshin playthrough, playthrough. I could spell no playthrough. What playthrough? Play through. What's this mission called? Where heart finds rest. Heart finds rest. Because I thought it was in the stone forest, but I couldn't find it. Blah blah. No, they're already at the Jade Chamber. This is starting at the. Stop staring at this. Okay, this person already. This person already teleported. It's not helpful. Hold on. Or this one. Privacy warning. Go away. What was the previous one? Whatever. It's fine. Maybe I'll just do one sweep through the stone forest, and if they're not there, then it's whatever.
Make my escape.
I don't see him. Maybe on this little island? I've marked all the areas where they have a bunch of ores, and I remember that there was ores around because I just broke them down. Is it that island, maybe? I feel like it's that island.
Next on the agenda.
What? I'm stuck! It wouldn't let me move. Oh yeah, there's Kaching. I want to talk to her. Or Kaching, as I like to call her. I mean, she is really rich, so she makes the Kaching. Although, that's like a cash register sound, right? I don't think cash registers make that sound in ancient times. Hi.
The Millilith's casualties are within the range we expected, but in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves. We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something more important. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone else here?
We're way behind schedule.
Okay, that's it. I spent all that time just for her to say thank you.
Wow! Everyone's already seated! It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing!
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
I thought she was gonna have like a wig to make her hair white, just like Shenhe. But I guess they're not gonna do something like that, like change up the characters, because then some people are gonna demand that they get those skins. I'm kind of glad that they kept the Chinese instead of translating or dubbing it over. I like his music. I think I watched this on YouTube already though. I'm trying.
神女劈冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。
No, musical numbers are not common in this game. I'm so tempted to roll for her. But I'm saving for get use stuff. I mean, I guess No, it's not gambling time. I'm not doing it. I don't need her. I need Ganyu to be more powerful. That's what I need.
共聚此时。
It's like I already the last two. Actually, no, not Hu Tao.
Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
So I pulled for Hu Tao last, and she's really powerful. But the two before that, I kind of just pulled because I like their character designs. Because I pulled for Klee, and then I pulled for Raiden Shogun. But I don't actually use them. I don't actually use them at all because they're not like the most meta. When it comes to like powerful characters, so I need to go back to getting powerful characters.
It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you.
Hu Tao? Like Hu Tao? That's just Hu Tao with a Z in front of it.
Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
No, I don't want to talk to you. You're drunk. Go away.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
And she's gonna pour it down your butthole.
Uh-oh. This feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
Okay. Let's talk to them first. Hey, Hu Tao, you loser.
More wine! More wine!
Drunkard. This is the baker. There's not enough people because they really need. You know what they really need? They need to have like more characters that are allowed to show up for when you for like exclusive to like the PC version and like the PS5 version, so that it could like load in more characters. Or like if you just had an option on there to like like on the PS5, it would do it by default, but on like the PC and mobile and stuff, you can just be like more characters. Yes.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building of the new Jade Chamber. I will not forget this. I shall be sure to repay your kindness at an appropriate juncture.
Sit down in the chair.
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet you. I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
Oh my god, she just transforms back into Ganyu.
To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today. I believe I was able to deliver a more profound performance because of it. Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again.
Cause like when you normally change characters, it's just like a little white flash, but that doesn't happen. Okay, we're done. Is that it? That's it. I gotta claim the expedition rewards before I go. But yeah. Oh, it loaded weird for some reason. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. That was that battle scene, that was so cool. Ningguang was like, we were prepared for this, and just like summoned all those rocks and like shot it like a bunch of times, and then Beidou on her boat, they were like shooting it with the big crossbows, and oh, it was so cool. I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and rewatch that. Probably just like there's probably a YouTube video of just the cutscene. So anyway, my next stream is gonna be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be playing Deep Rock Galactic with the Squishy Gang. You know, my weekly stuff, and then the one after is on Monday, actually. And then I'm gonna take like a break for a week or so because I'm going to my sister's wedding. So yeah, that's why I'm doing three streams in a row, 3 days of streams in a row, so that I can still fit my like quota. I mean, not really a quota. It's just like usually I stream 3 times, so I can stuff those in before I go on to my flight. So my sister's waiting. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye.